Hello guys, welcome to a new review for Ace Eyes. Today I am reviewing Ghost of Tsushima, a real Swansong for the PS4. This game is just beautiful in aesthetics. If I can say this, I think I can. I have a weird fetish in video games when it comes to these like architecture and of buildings, and not just architecture of buildings but the world, how it's built. And Ghost of Tsushima is really unique in some of this regard with its colors, and it's aesthetically pleasing to me. The game has a lot of different bios that you will be exploring, that are all very unique to its own strengths. In my 40-hour playthrough, I almost didn't encounter any game-breaking bugs or FPS drops. The game is really polished, just like its other PS4 exclusive counterparts. I was also amazed at how fast the PS4 Pro version loaded the game world compared to other games. This game really has some good songs in its soundtrack, especially when it comes to boss fights and really the exploration music. It also has some decent sound effects for the katana combat. Enemy Mongol archers would even shout out loud at their comrades if they would shoot an arrow. The player can see and hear these sound indicators to get an advantage in combat. The combat of Ghost of Tsushima is probably its biggest asset, and it's really fun as hell. I just loved the slicing of the katanas throughout my enemy's guts. It was so fun to see and to actually execute as well. The combat system is pretty deep, but not too overly complicated. The game teaches you guidingly the tutorials throughout the different missions. It did not overwhelm the player, and it stayed at a perfect pacing. You will get different stances that will be more powerful to certain enemy types to keep the combat challenging and rewarding. However, the game does miss a manual targeting system. There is an automatic system that does work, but I would have appreciated a manual one, because then the player has more influence on which enemy to target. There are also some great boss fights in the game that you have to experience yourself, because they are fucking epic as hell. Exploration in this game is natural. There is a wind mechanic that will guide you through the open world to explore new things, and you can still put your own map markers on the map. Though if you get lost, you can visit shrines, hot springs, bamboo slicing minigames, and even meditation spots where you can make your own cringy haikus. The game has also a lot of quests that you can tackle. Some are more interesting than others, but overall they are very diverse. You will have special character missions where you will aid one of Jin's friends in their own quest. Maybe there were a little bit too many following quests for my taste, but they were very good. There were also mythical tale quests, where you listen to a story from a musician. These were exactly some of my favorite quests in the game.
When Tsushima was first settled, a strange and terrible thunderstorm swept across our island. Wherever lightning struck, beasts of lightning appeared. These violent creatures tore through villages, causing death and destruction.
One more negative I want to mention is that the NPCs' conversations are always with a zoomed out camera.
We're pursuing a man named Yasuhira Koga.
He just left. He's been staying in the watchtower.
Working with the Mongols?
Yes, but last night they argued. Only made out one word. Shigenori.
I'll search the watchtower. Find somewhere safe before more Mongols come.
This is probably to hide the ugly looking NPC models, but I would have liked it more if you were able to see the NPCs speaking to the main character, like for instance in Horizon Zero Dawn.
When we take their life, we look them in the eye with courage and respect. This is what makes us samurai.
The story in Ghost of Tsushima is actually very well done. You see Jin struggling with his honor code to see if he wants to follow the path of the samurai or wants to take a new approach with the path of the ghost. Jin has some interesting flashbacks to build up his character. The side characters are probably some of the best in the game. They feel pretty well written and interwoven with the main storyline. I also really enjoyed Koten Khan, the main villain in the game.
That is why you and I are both survivors.
I am samurai.
No, you are more than that. You are the ghost.
It was really well performed with good voice acting. The story also stays pretty consistent with good pacing, and I really enjoyed the ending as well. Oh, and the intro is epic as hell as well.
Cowards without honor deserve no mercy. No mercy! Open fire! For Tsushima!
On a final note, Ghost of Tsushima is a brilliant closing, exclusive for the PlayStation 4 generation. It has an amazing art direction and combat system that will leave you with tons of fun for hours. The story is sometimes emotional and gripping. There are some small flaws, yes, but the game is so good at what it does that these flaws are pretty quickly forgotten by the end of the ride. Ghost of Tsushima was an amazing game, and I hope Sucker Punch will make a sequel in the future. This was our Ace Ice review. Join the Legion. See you later, guys.